on the go. This is Valley News Live 10 at 10.
Try to keep an eye on them and make sure that you know where they are.
Safety is on a lot of parents' minds as they prepare to send their children back to school. Millions of moms and dads across the country let their kids walk to and from school by themselves. No matter the age or distance, many worry about what might happen.
Some even worry about their college-age kids and if they're safe walking on campus. Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter Nicole Johnson shows us a couple of new apps aimed at calming your nerves.
The neighborhood that I live in, I just like to know that she's safe.
While it may be only a couple blocks, you might still wonder if your kids made it to the bus stop.
It is scary. It is scary.
Much like a wearable fitness band, there's some new technology out there for children. A GPS tracker parents can place inside their kids' backpack to see their location every 2 minutes.
You can never be too safe. And when they say they're going, you know that they've got there safe.
While the tracker, Pocket Finder, requires you to pay monthly, there's a free solution out there too. Life 360, an app where families can track each other's location on a map and get an alert when someone gets to where they should be going.
I worry more about my youngest. He's 10, he's very flighty. He tends to not go where he's supposed to go.
I think kids are smart and they can get away with a lot of manipulation, and they know how the phones work better than we do sometimes.
For some parents, it's college campus safety that's keeping them up at night.
If you were in a sticky situation.
Safe Trek, geared towards teens or college students, is gaining popularity. It's an app that allows you to send your location to police during an emergency without calling. You simply hold down a button with your thumb and local police are alerted. Whether you actually use it or not, reviews of the app say it helps to know you're not walking alone. Nicole Johnson, Valley News Live.
If you want to check out some of the apps, we have a link on our website, valleynewslive.com. Just click on the hot button.
How safe are you when you hop in for a ride with Uber? We asked several questions after a 16-year-old girl was reportedly raped in Boston by an Uber driver. When it comes to safety and its passengers tucked away in the app's terms and conditions, Uber does not guarantee the safety of the third-party providers. You agree the entire risk of your use of the services remains solely with you. When it comes to drivers, the service says they check a person's criminal and driving background, making sure the person is not a sex offender, terrorist suspect, or has any past DUIs. But with the sharing economy taking off, your safety is often your responsibility.
We were taught not to talk to strangers or get into strangers' cars, and here we are calling strangers up to pick us up. And I don't know how carefully they are checked before they're hired.
We have more information from the ride-sharing service on our website. Just search for it on this story on valleynewslive.com.
Police are investigating a death that has been ruled suspicious in Mahnomen, Minnesota. The Mahnomen County Sheriff's Office says they received a 911 call about 5:30 this morning involving a man who was bleeding from his leg. When they arrived at the home south of Mahnomen, they found the man's body. No name has been released, and an autopsy is being conducted to determine the exact cause of death. Stay with Valley News Live at valleynewslive.com for updates.
Don't forget to use mosquito spray when you or your children are outside, especially after today's latest numbers from the North Dakota Department of Health regarding West Nile locally. This week alone, there were 8 more cases reported in the state of North Dakota. Of those, 6 were reported in Cass County. Of the 15 total West Nile cases across the state, 7 are women, 8 are men. 2 of those people have been hospitalized.
A 55-year-old woman was injured possibly from a BB or pellet gun. It happened here off of Division Avenue in Grand Forks. Witnesses say a few minutes before the incident, they heard 3 to 4 loud sounds that were possibly gunshots. The victim was treated and released from a hospital a short time later, but the threat to the public remains unresolved. If you have any information, you are asked to call Grand Forks Police at 787-8000.
This was day 3 of a standoff between protesters, police, and construction workers for the Dakota Access Pipeline. The protesters are against a pipeline that will cross underneath Lake Sakakawea. The law enforcement presence was again strong today. Demonstrators, for the most part, remained peaceful, but there were arrests. By the end of the afternoon, the number of protesters grew to over 300. Around 3 p.m. today, rumors spread that human remains had been found during the construction process, and protesters stormed the fences that had been built. Native American leaders then asked the protesters to calm down, and the crowd dispersed, but the demonstrators are vowing to return again on Monday.
An independent third party will be investigating NDSU President Dean Bresciani to see if he violated any of the state board's policies. The State Board of Higher Education Audit Committee unanimously approved the investigation. It will determine if Bresciani's handling of media guidelines for athletic coverage broke any board rules. In a statement, Bresciani says he welcomes the investigation. Board member Greg Stamen says he wants the independent third party to have no ties to NDSU. This is separate from the board review of Bresciani's contract renewal in November. Some changes are coming to 13th Avenue in Fargo on Monday. Drivers will be able to drive straight in the newly reconstructed north side lanes. Right now, traffic is being carried on the north side between 38th Street and 43rd Street, and then crosses over to the old pavement on the south side between 43rd and 45th. On Monday, all drivers will be moved to the north side between 38th and 45th Streets.
A man and his dog are traveling the country by bicycle in support of shelter animals. Mike Minnick, and Bixby is the name of the dog, pedaled through Fargo today. Minnick says 3 years ago he was unsatisfied with his life working at a bar, so he quit working and smoking, sold everything, and he bought a bike. Well, the two have traveled more than 14,000 miles. They're sleeping in a tent and are trying to get people to support shelters and rescue animals. Bixby and Mike made a stop at the Humane Society in Fargo today. Their journey is called Where's Bixby? And you can follow them online. We have a link for you to the website. Just log on to valleynewslive.com and click on this story.
Beaver Lake in Minnesota used to be a prime destination for boating and swimming until toxic blue algae appeared. At first, officials thought a sewage spill was to blame for the change. Samples in the water revealed toxins, possibly caused by the algae. The lake remains closed until further notice. Those who frequently visit the lake are eager to swim and boat there again. And remember to like Valley News Live on Facebook. You can follow the latest news, weather, and breaking news updates anytime on your feed. Just search Valley News Live, like our page, and you'll stay informed throughout the entire day.
Valley